So here is a practical use of DTO, data transfer object. So here, as you can see, we have some complex SQL over here. And what we want to do is we want to just actually see the result of the SQL as summarized data. So we just want the name of the student and the number of subjects that the student is enrolled in. So we're just doing a count of that. So here you can see student table here and student subject. Now, if you look at our entity framework application, we do have the student class, but we do not have a class for the student subjects at the minute within our data over here. So what we want to do is we want to create a DTO called student summary DTO, and all its job is basically to store the student's name and the number of subject that the student is enrolled into. So that's the number of enrollments. So this is a very simple data transfer object that does not represent the original class of student. It's just completely different shape of the data, big summary level information. So what we want to do is we want to use this SQL. We want to use the entity framework. So again, you can see here context is over here. We want student summary DTO, which is not DB set. So notice it is just a set. So you cannot use it to update the database. So if we go down here, you can see that we have added it to our own model creating, and we've set it as a valid entity, but an entity that has no key. So that means that it's unable to relate back to the database with any primary key and so on. So when we get this, the advantage over here is our data output is completely different because the number of enrollments is not in the original backend table. This is a calculated piece of information that we can use using SQL count function. So when we run this, we want to print out the name of the students and number of subjects the student is enrolled into. So if I run this code, and here we get the output that we were looking for. So here you can see we've got student Ali with 1 enrollment. John has not been enrolled into any subject, but Sarah has been enrolled into 1 subject. So this shape of data, which would have been quite cumbersome to work with otherwise, by simply using a student summary DTO, which we created. So we created the student summary DTO. We were just able to get the name and the number of enrollments very quickly. So this is a practical use case of using a data transfer object, also known as a DTO. And I hope you found this useful.